Quaid Azam, part 362. For with us, history is not just a collection of facts, it is what we begin saying, then believing and accepting it to be. That is why, for us, history is the repository of all our collective experiences and the distilled learning of our people. But that is so only if we are able to first accept the relevance of that resource and then mine it diligently with reverence, understanding, and with honest restraint. I beg your pardon, please. Modern Indian historiography has not sufficiently analyzed the role of such Muslim parties as the Khaksar, Ahrars, Khudai Khidmatkars, Momins, and such others who opposed the partition of India. Consequently, the role of Muslim League in events leading up to India's partition has got accepted, but raising questions that must be answered also. Whereas Jinnah and the Muslim League from about 1937 onwards contested only the Congress in turn was meeting the challenges on two fronts, against the British and against the Muslim League. Had Muslim parties like Khaksars or Ahrars, who stood against partition, also the British, been brought on board on a larger enough front, would it have helped? However, there was a very real difficulty here, a worsening communal situation. It made such a united opposition an impossibility. It is on account of these many questions that I still fail to understand why India was partitioned in 1947, or the manner in which it was done. Of course, I have knowledge of the broad mechanics of it, but not any deep understanding or acceptance of the attendant rationalizations, those fundamentals which made us choose this awful vivisection as our preferred option. It is over 60 years since this divide took place, but it is still unquestionably the outstanding defining event of the 20th century for India and for Pakistan. When he says 60 years, it means something like that of 2007. Well, of course, the book was written in those days. It was in the process of being written, and then the book came into the print quite later. It was in the editing as well. Jaswant Singh fell in his bathroom in 2014, and he went into a coma, and then he stayed in coma for 6 years, from 2014 to 2020. And Jaswant Singh, the author of this book, died in 2020. And the book was published before 2014. And as he says in the book, 60 years of partition, it means that he's mentioning about the time of the first decade of the 21st century. So if we measure 60 years, that is from 1947 to 2007, that's what we have, 60 years. And the book came into printing, publishing quite later. And Jaswant Singh also wrote some other books, and he's been a very popular statesman, diplomat, and a military man. He was in Indian Army, he was in Indian Defense, Indian Foreign Office, and one of the founding fathers of Bharatiya Janata Party. That explains you a lot. Jaswant Singh, the author of this book, is one of the founding fathers of Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP.